Welcome back. First on CBS News, newly obtained GPS data shows the movement of the boat that carried Nolan Wells to Horn Island over the 4th of July weekend. The Mississippi teenager was found dead after he'd been missing for 2 days. His family still wants answers, and their attorney, Ben Crump, says new tips are coming in every day.
We continue to be steadfast and trying to get to the truth of why Nolan Wells is dead. If this was your son, if this was your daughter, wouldn't you want desperately to get to the truth?
Anna Schecter leads our Crime and Public Safety Unit. She's been following this case for us. Anna, good morning. Help our viewers understand what this GPS data might show and how it's relevant to the timeline as far as the family is concerned.
Well, Errol, this is important because now we know the exact movement pattern of that boat that took Nolan Wells to the island. Exactly what time, around 11:15 a.m., the boat landed on the island. And then we know that after 5 p.m., that boat, without Nolan Wells on it, traveled a different route and docked in another place, different, actually quite a ways away from where it entered the water that morning. And then we know the route that those young men who were on the boat that took him, that path that took them to the home of the boat's owner. All of this is being scrutinized by law enforcement. So this is a key part of it because the big question is, what happened to Nolan Wells, and did anyone see him enter the water? That question remains unanswered, Errol.
So you got the GPS data from the boat. I understand Nolan's phone could also play a key role. What is the family's legal team saying about what it might show?
Absolutely. The family is now saying that there is a joint probe of that phone. So the family's lawyers and the sheriff's department and also investigators with the district attorney who are working closely with law enforcement partners on it. They are looking at this phone to see if any Snapchats were deleted, any texts were deleted. The family told me that they have questions about that. It was unusual that on that day, July 4th, there didn't appear to be any communication from that phone. Now, of course, it could have been in a dry bag in that boat that whole time, but they still have questions, Errol.
And of course, this has attracted so much national attention, but there's also been a lot of misinformation regarding this case out there. What have you seen that has been debunked, and how can that help viewers understand what is and what isn't known about what happened to this young man?
This is a great question. We had a video from that day from Horn Island posted to social media, and lots of people guessing that they might have heard Nolan Wells's voice. And the person who actually took that video came out and said, no, that is not Nolan Wells's voice. There were discussions online about potential arguments that might have happened. Do you see Nolan Wells in the background? And people have weighed in and said, no, that is not what is seen in this video. There's also a photo of a pool party, and there was misinformation online that that pool party might have even occurred that night on July 4th, where Nolan Wells was seen in the swimming pool. That also is not accurate. And so we've had to be really careful on our teams to drill down and double check, triple check information.
All right, Anna, we'll keep close to your reporting. Thank you very much.